What's up, everyone? We just want to say thank you for listening to the podcast and that this episode is sponsored by Straight Stoner, also known as the brand SS96. Shop today for t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. For listening today, you receive not 10, not 15, not 20, but 30% off. Yes, that's right, 30% off. Just use the code SWISHMASTERS today. Visit ss96.net and use the promo code SWISHMASTERS. I want to know what their competition is going to look like. The West, obviously, we talked about the Lake Show, a lot of Laker acquisitions.
Yep.
But there was another surprising addition to the West. Well, kind of surprising to me, but Andre Iguodala is returning to the Golden State Warriors.
That was kind of honestly, I was expecting like the Lakers were really going after him.
I think his top three choices were Lakers, Warriors, and another. I think it was the Nets. It was like his top three choices. Yeah. So I'm kind of not surprised, but I'm like, you went back to Golden State? But I guess it makes sense. He may want to end his career there. So
was he not with the Heat last season?
He was.
I didn't watch. No, to be honest, I didn't watch the Heat that much. And that's on ESPN and all them. That's their fault. So can you tell me how Iggy played with the Heat last season?
He played well. He played how Andre Iguodala plays. He came out, gave you good defensive possessions, hitting a couple of corner threes. Kind of his role in Golden State. Maybe a little. I'll say that his scoring wasn't as impactful compared to
previous
Golden
seasons.
State. He got more timely buckets in Golden State to me, but
yeah,
he gave us good possessions. He gave us a secondary ball handler on the floor, rebounding. The small things that he does. He brought that to the table, but I think his scoring just dropped off a bit. There were some games where I was like, okay, Iguodala's got 12 points on 3 of 6 shooting. And then other games he was like 5 points, 2 of 5, and a couple boards here, maybe assist there. But I think that honestly, I don't know if we had the right type of system because I feel like we needed more of a guy off the bench that could score a little bit better. But Iguodala on any team is gonna enhance them. So.
All right, so if you're Golden State, do you start Iguodala over Wiggins?
I wouldn't.
Your answer's going to tell me a lot, too, by the way.
Uh-oh. Do I start?
Yep.
Iguodala over Wiggins?
So this is a lineup, like every other position is basically filled. You don't have Curry at the 1. Clay, he'll be back at the 2.
Wiggins
at the 4 is
3.
Draymond.
Yep.
At the 5, Wiseman if he's healthy. So now who you gonna put at the 3 spot?
I think if it was me, if I'm Steve Kerr, I probably would. I probably would start Iguodala.
That's what I thought.
To bring Wiggins off the bench, give you a little.
Okay.
Because Wiggins can't play defense, but if I put Iguodala in with Steph and Clay for those possessions, you get another guy that can play kind of a small ball forward, who can make plays and knows his role is not really scoring, but setting screens, getting on the best offensive player, holding them defensively, and make sure the offense goes. And he already understands the system. So I think that would benefit them. And Wiggins is kind of – he's too inconsistent for me.
Okay.
So that's what I would do. And if I give Wiggins a role off the bench and he's like the guy, ISO, he can get a few touches and probably get his confidence. So get his scoring back. The game slows down for him. That's what I would do.
All right, let me tell you this though.
Okay.
Has Wiggins ever come off the bench before?
No.
All right. This is a former what overall pick?
Number 1.
All right. What you think gonna do to his confidence, man? Coming off the bench. Do you think he'll adjust to that?
He's been hearing about how he has lacked for years. I expected him in 2014 to come out and be an all-star in 3 years and never got there. And given he was in Minnesota, but we have seen his career over the past 7, 8 years, and he didn't improve in certain areas. So there comes a point where either you take your game to a new level or you have to change your role. And I think if it's me, that's what I would do. I'm saying that he hasn't shown me that he deserves a starting job in that system. That's just me.
I gotta say that is tough.
Hey man,
to go from this, he was getting the commercials and the endorsements just a couple years ago.
Yeah, he was.
All right. And now honestly, I think that's the right move as well. Plus, you already have the familiarity with Iggy in that offense anyway.
Yeah.
So it should be a natural fit. That's the best thing to do now. Yeah, he'll have a chance to revitalize his career if he does his thing off the bench.
And honestly, I see them making a move to ship him somewhere for other pieces.
I agree. You gotta send a pick with that or something, because you gotta entice it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure they can make some moves.
And for who, I don't know. It'll be tough to get a star back to actually. You probably gotta get like a role player.
Yeah.
Back with that, and hopefully someone they can probably see potential in Wiggins to help develop him more. I'm not sure where that spot is, but there are a lot of places in the league now they're starting to rebuild again. Which leads us to our next topic, like Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry, man. He is a member of the Miami Heat via sign and trade.
Yep. How you feel?
I'm kind of in the middle right now. I have to see.
I don't know if out there, I'm a bounce for Zay. He is not the biggest Kyle Lowry fan. Although Kyle Lowry is a champion, by the way.
No, I respect that. He got a chip, and he proved that he was, valuable in that series in 2019.
Oh yeah!
Shout out to Kyle Lowry, and he's a member of the Miami Heat, so he's going to be going up from here, enhancing. So I have confidence in him. I want to see good performances. My thing with Kyle Lowry in the past, though, has just been, seems to me, a lot of his All-Star seasons, up to the All-Star game, he's playing great. Playoffs, drop off. And that's where I'm like, we need a strong point guard. We need you to be the All-Star. So if you don't do that, I kind of look like, I don't know how to feel about you. Because I know you can do it, but can you do it when it matters? So.
And he did.
He did, kind of. I mean, he had Kawhi, so that's another thing. But he
hit some big shots, though.
He hit some big shots. I have to give it to him. He broke out of it. So I'm hoping that he can stay in that and bring that hound dog type mentality, get after it, take charges, push the ball, get threes, doing what Kyle Lowry does good. When he's good, what he does, that works. If he does that, I have no problem. But my initial reaction to the acquisition of Kyle Lowry was like,
right.
I don't know how to feel about it. So I'm just like, it's Kyle Lowry. But no disrespect to him. It's just like, I have to see it. I have to see you do the things that I need you to do for us. But I think that'll boost us. I think that I'm sad to see Goran Dragic go. He was one of the fan favorites. Held it down for 7 years for us. Shout out to him. But we're trying to make some moves, man. Trying to get back competitive and get back to the finals. So I'm hoping that Kyle Lowry can do that, along with the acquisitions of PJ Tucker, super surprising,
that was a good one.
Markieff Morris. So
yeah, those were good. Those were good pickups, really. I thought PJ would stay with the Bucks.
I thought so too. I was super surprised by that. I was like,
again,
he got a chip.
I know what it was.
Uh-oh.
He didn't want to be in Milwaukee.
You want to?
If I was him, I'd rather be in Miami than Milwaukee.
You don't like the what's in Milwaukee? Cheese and I don't know the
Other than
brewing.
watching the Packers, that's about it, in my opinion. And the weather compared to Miami, I'm sure he rather
Yeah,
chill in Miami. And you got Pat Riley there, Jimmy. It's a decent team. It's a good team to go to.
yeah. I
And you
can't.
get to chill in Miami.
I'm super surprised
No brainer.
by that signing. I didn't expect him to leave Milwaukee, but it makes sense because of who he is as a player. Kind of identifies with that Miami mentality of toughness, defense. Getting after it, being in top
Yeah.
conditioning, and just committing to your team. Because PJ Tucker isn't a guy that's looking to get 12 shots a game.
Nope.
If anything, he shoots one and
That
he's
man
like
had
content.
a goose egg in one of the like was games that won those games for sure.
I
He
think
didn't score at all, but he did all he needed to do on defense.
That's all he needed to do.
So
Yeah. I mean, I
bro,
like it. I think he'll fit in well and he'll come in and commit to whatever Coach Spo wants to do. So I think that's a good pickup for us. I like Morris too, because he's a big guy. He can spread the spread the floor, he can shoot, and he can post up.
Yep.
And he'll give us a little more depth inside. So we don't get just ran through by Giannis again. Hopefully.
Does this make you a contender though?
If
Like
Victor
by contender, I mean championship contender. Of course, you'll be the playoffs.
I'm gonna always put us in the contention. I think
For
that
a chip.
for the chip, I'm gonna always put us in there. I'm always believe in my team. But if we get Victor Oladipo back and healthy, I think the sky's the limit. As long as we just come out and play with confidence. The year we went to the finals, no one expected it, and we had Jimmy and Bam. We rolled their shoulders. Goran Dragic, Tyler Hero's gonna come back better. We got Duncan Robinson signed.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I believe in this team, man. Jimmy Butler is a great leader. He may not be the flashiest guy or someone who's gonna hit you with step back jumpers or all the flashy dunks, whatever, but he does everything you need as a leader. If you need to score, he's gonna get you a bucket. If he needs to make a play, he's gonna get you on a backdoor cut or get you an open shot, and he's gonna play defense on the best player. 40 minutes. So
yeah, he's a dog. So I would say this: y'all should be. Personally, I think y'all definitely top 4. So that automatically kind of puts you in that conversation because it depends on how things goes with these other teams in the East, and we'll get to those very soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think y'all still contending. For sure.
I think we can get there, man. I have faith
trust Pat Riley.
Absolutely.
Trust that man.
Oh yeah. Let me think. When you talk about top 4 in the East, obviously you have Milwaukee, Brooklyn when healthy, Miami, and who's the 4th team in that, in your opinion?
All right, so it depends what Philly does with Ben Simmons. They'll be top 4. It's between Philly and the Celtics. And speaking of the Celtics, go ahead and get into them real quick.
Yeah, so the Celtics also made some moves during free agency or during the summer. Obviously, got a new coach.
Hold up. This is what happened. Let me wind that back.
Oh man,
the coach was on the hot seat, right? Brad Stevens.
Yeah, let's tell this story.
He wasn't fired, y'all.
This is wild, by the way.
He was promoted to GM, so now he has to hire somebody to replace him as a coach. Apparently, he was objective about it. I like the hire.
Good hire, yeah.
I like the hire. So, yeah. So they got a new coach, Ime, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like him.
Assistant, yeah.
Yeah, I like him. So, yeah. So now he has to try to do something to fill out the roster. The Celtics had all this time. Have you heard any news about the Celtics over the summer so far?
I heard some. Some
What
small moves. So they
Like
were
what?
Brad Stevens obviously becoming
Yeah.
GM.
I meant
was
roster moves.
I know I'm getting to it. So their
I'm
first,
judging Brad Stevens as a GM right now.
for sure, he's on
Okay,
the
go
hot
ahead.
seat.
What he do?
So he made an acquisition early in the offseason,
Yep.
made the move to get Al Horford for Kemba Walker.
Mm-hmm.
So they have Al Horford again. And since then, they lost Evan Fournier. They picked up Josh Richardson. And they just picked up Dennis Schroeder today. Other than that, I have no idea what they're doing. So to me, the move to get to put Stevens as GM is already kind of weird looking. And now they've made very minuscule moves to be a championship contender in the East. So I don't know what's going on with the Celtics, man.
I forgot part of that trade. I was about to say they got Moses Brown from OKC.
That's right.
He has potential, but you already have they already have these other centers already. You know, I think they're pretty good at center.
They have Robert Williams.
That's why, that's the name I was trying to think of, but it slipped my mind. So you got Hartford, Moses Brown, and Robert Williams. You could put Horford at the power forward spot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't see them as contenders right now. Oh, me say who they signed today, right?
Dennis Schroeder, yeah, I said that.
Yeah. So I don't. No, I don't like it. I give Brad Stevens a grade of a C-.
Cue the guru, Professor Speaks.
A C- in my opinion.
C-. Not impressed.
I'm not impressed at all. The best thing is the coach hire so far for me. Yeah, that's about it.
But a coach can't do anything without the talent. You know,
you can build around Tatum and Brown.
No, for sure. I mean, obviously you have Tatum and Brown, but then everyone else around them is there. You don't even have a potential all-star outside of those two. So for it to be Boston being the historically great team and how they have been in championship contingency for the past few years, but never could get back to it.
Yeah.
I think Boston just we expect more out of Boston because of that legacy that they've established. And the past couple of years has been a letdown, and it's so far not looking like much.
Not at all. I'm not banking high on Boston.